Okay, kids, today I am going to show you how to use Tour Builder through Google. It's www.tourbuilder.withgoogle.com. So start there. Um, and then when you get there, you're going to see a button called Start a New Tour, and you're going to click that, fill in any information it asks for, and then hit Go. And it'll take you to this page we're on now. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to show you how to do it here with an example of where I grew up in Maryland. And then I'm going to ask you to do a tour later, and I'll explain those what that lesson is about in a little bit. So when you get started here, you're going to name your tour. I did Tour of Maryland, my author, Mr. Puspoki. I could add a photo if I wanted, but I'm not going to. And the tour will be when it says tell a story, I'm just going to say these are some places I have been in Maryland. And I grew up in Maryland, so I'll say that too. Since I grew up in Maryland, I have been to many places. Here are a few. Okay, so type of story, you could pick 3D, all kinds of different things where it'll kind of would take you flying over it, would look different ways. I'm going to do the story 3D. My path color, you can pick what color your path's going to be, and you're going to see what that is. I'm going to pick red. And then there's a bunch of advanced options. I'm going to start with adding a location, and then this little thing comes up. Well, I'm going to start with my hometown. Click it, and that's going to show me kind of a zoom in of the intersection of my hometown. So that is the first place. Then we're going to hit add to tour. Okay. If I wanted to, I could add photos and videos of this place that maybe I have in my photo stream or my video stream, and pop them in there. And then when you get to that, you could click it and see a place I've been. So I'm going to click add another location. I'm going to start with this time I've been to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and look, it pops right up. Click it. This is the Atlantic Ocean, and I've been to Rehoboth Beach a whole bunch of times. Now for this one, I'm going to add a photo of dollies. Select photos you want. I could go to my albums, YouTube. I'm going to upload a photo, and then I'm just going to drag a photo from my desktop. That's how I'm going to do it, but if it was in a file folder, you could. Here, and this is a very famous place, and so that'll be dollies will be added. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is look for the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. As you can see, that brings us, wow, you can kind of see right here how this is the top of it and that's the ground. Brings you up again with kind of a bird's eye view. We'll add that to the tour. I'm not sure what days I was there, bunch of different times, so I'm not going to put anything in there, but say, I can say in here, I have been here a bunch. Okay. And then we could add maybe one more location that I've been in Maryland. So I went to college at St. Mary's College of Maryland, and that pops up. It's going to take me there. And as you can see, one of the neat things you can do is you can back out, make it smaller. You can see here's the whole state. And I'm right at the bottom there for my college. As I zoom in, you can get right there on the college. Okay, so we're going to add that to the tour. There we go. Here you can see you can customize the view, pan or tilt. So you can do a center place mark. That's what that is. You could kind of move it around. You can go in further if you want. This is where I lived right here, so I could actually change to my townhouse that I lived in when I was on campus to there. And that is St. Mary's. Now, if I look, I go, oh no, Rehoboth Beach, what was I thinking? That's actually in Delaware. I visited a lot, but I can't use Delaware as a place. So I could get rid of it. Okay, so all you would do if you realize, oh, I don't want that there, just go up here, hit the delete button, and we can delete that. Okay, so we've got our tour from Henderson to the Washington Monument to my college. Well, you know what? I want to make a couple extra things in there. So I'm going to add my high school. So it's going to add that. Zip over there, zoom in. As you can see, that's a little bit in too close. I want to kind of give the overview of my high school. So as you can see, I kind of grew up in the country. There's a river right next to my high school. I'm going to add it to the tour. Now, I really like the things I have in here, but I realized that maybe I want to do it in order. So I'm going to start with Henderson. That's where I grew up and lived. And then I'm going to move my high school up here because I went there. And then I went to the Washington Monument in high school on a field trip. And then I went to college. So I can rearrange the order just by dragging stuff around. And then as you saw, if we wanted to add a photo maybe of my high school. So again, to add a photo, I'm just going to click add photos. I'm going to hit I could go your YouTube, albums I have, upload videos. I could take a snapshot right on the computer, and more options here. Search for images on Google. I just have a photo I'm going to drag in. So I'm going back to my desktop. There's a photo I like. I'm going to just drop it on there. It uploads it. Select it. It's popped in there. It's part of the tour. Okay, so when you're finished with your tour, it's already saved to Google, and you can share it. And I would like you to share it with me. So you could punch it in there, hit share, send an email, my email address, mxpusp14@smumn.edu, and hit share and save. I already shared it with myself earlier, so it's not going to have me send it. But punch in my email address. It'll go to me. And then I'll check my email. Here it is. I'm going to visit the tour. You can email it to yourself. You want to have a quicker link to it, or you can just go back to Tour Builder, make sure it's saved to you. You could also export it or copy it if you wanted. I'm going to play it on full screen. And here's a quick example of what it looks like. So we see the overview. Start with my hometown, Henderson. If I had had some pictures or other things, they might be showing up there. As you can see here, oh, there's North Carolina High School. So I went to high school. I played a lot of soccer right here on this field. And you can see kind of a picture of the front entrance of the school. Go next. Washington Monument. We want to see a bigger picture of the mall area there in DC. So that shows you that. Then we can go next to my college. And we really want to zoom in on my college. So I liked, see where I lived, played soccer here, nice baseball field, lots of housing, all the classes are over here, big sailboats here. We have a sailing team at that college. And then that finishes the tour. Connects it full screen. And that is how you use Tour Builder to show people where you've been, where you want to go. And I want you now to use Tour Builder to make a tour in Minnesota of all of the places you have been in Minnesota. It doesn't have to be all. I would like you to hit at least, let's say, 6 places you've been. If you want to add a picture or video, great. You don't have to. I would like you to put in the introduction box here an introduction with your name in the introduction, and then in the title, your name and what the tour is about. And then you can add a little information to that also. Okay, hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have fun playing with Tour Builder.